Welcome back to Officially Samia, where we dive deep into Big Sister topics. So this series is called Sincerely Big Sis, but we're diving deep into Big Sister topics because at the end of this series, I am going to be dropping a book dedicated to my daughter. So the book is basically going to be about the topics that I talk about in these videos. So if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. I hope this knowledge that you gain today is something that you can take with you throughout your life. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to build your confidence, and we're going to be diving deep into scripture. So today we're going to be in the book of Jeremiah 17, verse 7. It says, "But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. They are like trees planted along the riverbank with roots that reach deep into the water." When we're talking about confidence, we are talking about how to not only believe in yourself, but how to also trust God in the same way that you're trusting in yourself. Because if you're someone who's just coming out the world and you're trying to build your relationship with Christ, you're going to want to pinpoint why certain things are how they are. And the whole point in this channel is not only self-development, but we're also focusing on our relationship with God. And when you're planted in Christ, you have no choice but to be confident, because your own knowledge can only take you so far. If you have faith in the Lord, you have to be confident in the abilities that He has already given you. The 3 signs that you have low self-esteem is, 1, you seek validation from other people all the time. Like anytime it's time for you to make a decision, you are continuously seeking validation from other people. You're continuously seeking validation from other people. And this can look like, say you're going to a college, and I used to do this all the time. Say you're going to college and you want to go to college, but you don't know what college to go to. You don't know what to major in. You're just having all these different questions. And you're calling people like, hey, guess what? I'm going to college. You don't want to go to college for real. And they're just like, oh, okay, what college you're going to? I haven't decided yet. It's either 1 or 2, but I'm kind of winging towards this. What do you think? Those type of decisions are supposed to be for yourself. I remember literally last year, was it last year? I think it was like 2 years ago. I wanted to go to school and I was like, you know what? No, I think it was last year. I wanted to go to school and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to school for nursing. And y'all, I have a phobia with a lot of different things. And one thing I have a phobia with is like bodily fluid. Like bodily fluid, if it's my own, okay, it's fine. But other people's, it's just like, ugh. Or even if I have to see like gruesome things, I'm just like, so I'm telling myself like, yeah, I want to go to school for nursing. And the reason I really wanted to go to school for nursing, I knew the nursing field were like, basically fields that you can't really be fired from, because if something happens, you can always go to another facility and they're going to take you because you're a nurse, right? It's kind of like job security in a sense. So I'm telling my sister like, yeah, girl, guess what? And she's like, what? And I'm telling her like, yeah, I'm going to school. She's like, what are you going to school for? And I was telling her like, yeah, girl, I'm going to be a LPN. I'm going to do the bridge program. I'm going to become a registered nurse. I'm super excited about it, blah, blah, blah. My sister looking at me like, nurse? Nurse? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why do you want to be a nurse? And I'm like, yeah, because like nursing is just like it's a great field. Like you get to help people and it's like job security, blah, blah, blah. She's like, I understand that, but you never like the healthcare space in that sense that you actually want to be a nurse. Like what happened? Like what changed? And I'm just like, yeah, girl, you know, like I'm just trying to get my life together, blah, blah, blah. When I had to start taking classes pertaining to healthcare, I'm literally like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this. When you start to do things like that, for example, like going to school for a career that you know you really don't want to do in your heart, it makes you feel a certain type of way, 1. And secondly, it also lower your self-esteem because now you're doing something outside of what you originally want to do with your life. So I just use that as an example, but you have to be okay knowing that this is what I want and this is how I'm going to get it. A lot of people spend years of their life doing things to seek validation from other people. Maybe that's going to college for someone else. Maybe that's choosing a career for someone else. But when you do those things, you lower your self-esteem because you're not trusting in your own process and you're not trusting in your own beliefs. So it's very, very important, especially if you're a young woman watching this, that you start to pay attention to those signs and start to redirect yourself. If you know that you're doing something that you really don't want to do, but you know you're doing it for someone else, choose something else that you actually want to do. So this example that I told you about when I was about to go to school to be a nurse, my sister, she was like, why not go for business? And she was like, you know, you love business. I done started like so many businesses, y'all, and I'm the type of person where if you're an entrepreneur, you know this, like you'll start a business, you'll stop, you'll change, da-da-da-da. But my sister, she have watched me for so long, like start different businesses and have an interest in business. And she was like, if there's anything that you ever wanted to go to school for, you should most definitely just go for business because it's something you're already passionate about. And like, granted, you are a good person. You do love hard. You do love people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should be a nurse. Like, you're gonna be miserable. It's good to have great people in your circle because when things like that happen, they can redirect you like, hey, like, why are you doing this? You know, you should probably do something that you actually like. And for her to tell me that, like, I was just like, oh, she's being negative. Like, I didn't understand the depths because I was literally just losing myself. And when she told me that, I was like, you know what? I put it in the back of my head. And then like when I decided that, okay, maybe I should chill out on school for a minute and just revisit this when I'm actually like where I need to be, I literally sat down and told my sister, I'm like, thank you for telling me the truth. Like, a lot of people was just rooting for me, telling me that I can do it, blah, blah, but you literally stopped me in my tracks and let me know like, hey, is this what you really want to do? Or do you just have a different ideology about how your life is turning out? And you really need those type of people in your life. The second sign that you have low self-esteem is you tolerate a lot of shenanigans. You have no regards to protect your heart. You have no regards to actually advocate for yourself. Anytime someone is bringing drama, anytime somebody is bringing negativity to your door, you're letting them in. That's a sign that you have low self-esteem. If any of these things are piercing your heart just a little or tugging at your heartstrings, it's probably because you're doing it. But you have to start setting boundaries with different people in your life because if you don't set boundaries, if you just let everything fly, eventually people start to pick up on it. And the way that people show up for you is going to look completely different from someone who's just like, no nonsense. Kind of like myself. When you start setting boundaries, when you start tolerating less, that's when people start to treat you better. And that's when your confidence starts to boost because you're going to be protecting your energy. You're going to be protecting your space. Believe it or not, a lot of women don't do that these days. A lot of women are settlers. A lot of women are just okay with just getting what's given to them. But if you are a woman that's walking in a door and you have a different aura about yourself, you're showing up for yourself, you're believing in yourself, you're not tolerating shenanigans, people are going to treat you better. And if people are treating you better, you're going to feel better about yourself. So like I said, if any of these things are really like tugging at your heartstrings, it's probably because you're doing it. Last but not least, the third sign that you have low self-esteem is all of your self-talk is negative. Instead of saying, oh my goodness, like I need to go to the gym, lose a few pounds so I can get back in shape, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so fat. Like I look terrible. Like I look like a fat slob. Or you'll be walking down the street and you'll forget something. You'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid because I forgot something. Like I'm so dumb. Like I can't figure nothing out. Like what is wrong with me? That type of stuff, it starts to become a cycle. And believe it or not, you start to tear yourself down when you say stuff like that. So watch the things that you say about yourself. So for example, say you go inside the store, right? And you left your wallet in the car. Don't say, oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I left my wallet in the car. Because, okay, you silly, you left your wallet in the car. But it's cool, you know? And another thing is don't allow other people to speak down to you as well because that starts to pull at your confidence over time. Like I remember this girl I used to be friends with, I went to a club with her for her birthday. And y'all, I'm not a club person. I literally never have been a club person. I think I went to the club the most like 2 years ago. I used to go to the club just to be sociable. with the friends that I had at the time. But I'm really not a club person. So like I said, it was kind of like different for me. So I remember I went to the club with her. She wanted to go to the club for her birthday, right? So we get to the club and we're standing outside the club and they're like, okay, let me see your ID. And I'm just like, oh, like, I don't have my ID. And she looked at me like, you don't have your ID? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have my ID. I forgot it. Let me go to the car to get my ID. Y'all, this girl was like, oh my goodness, you're so dumb. Like, why would you forget your ID? Like, that's very stupid. Why would you forget your ID? Stuff like that. If your friends is talking to you like that, for one, they shouldn't be your friend. For two, you should cut them off. Like, even the way that other people talk to you, if you have a certain level of confidence, you cannot allow that. I remember when she said that, I just looked at her like, because I left my ID, I'm dumb because I left my ID. I'm not used to going to clubs. Like, that's not the first thing that I'm thinking about when I go to a club. The first thing I think about when I'm going to the club, honestly, a girl from Atlanta, I think about, okay, where's the exit? What is gonna be my plan if something break out at this club? Okay. Who's around me? Like, I'm literally on my P's and Q's. I'm not worried about an ID because I'm not drinking nothing. And I wasn't thinking about like bringing my ID. So like stuff like that pertaining to how you show up for yourself, how you advocate for yourself. You have to carry yourself at a certain standard so other people can know like, okay, I cannot say this to her because she's not finna go for that. Like, she's not gonna tolerate me talking to her like that. So even the way that other people talk to you, you have to be on it. You have to be willing to walk away. You have to be willing to cut friends off. You cannot excuse someone disrespecting you if you want to maintain high confidence. So the first thing that you're gonna do to start building your confidence is to show up for yourself. What are you doing every single day to show up for yourself? What are you doing every single day to build that confidence within you? I can even give you an example about my daughter. She's struggling with reading right now, and I realized, I was like, you're not struggling with reading, you're struggling with confidence in reading. And I was like, the reason you don't want to read is because you already told yourself you cannot do something. And anytime you tell yourself in life that you can't do something, you dread doing the thing. So I've been working with her on that, like, stop saying these certain things. I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this. You can do this. You're taking more time than other people are to actually do the thing. And I know this is gonna stick with her long term because I remember even when I was growing up, I used to struggle with reading as well. And I also used to struggle with speaking, okay? So I even told myself, like, when I was super, super young, like, I'm gonna just stop saying I can't do something. So it got to a point I started to repeat those same things to myself, that even when I go to a job, I'll get it within the first week or the first 3 or 2 days, because I tell myself, this is not hard. This is very, very easy. This is not difficult. I can learn this very fast. It's just gonna take me some time. When you start to tell yourself that, you're not only building your confidence within yourself, you're also trusting yourself. And we're gonna go to practical step 2 would be trusting yourself. Whatever you say that you're gonna do, do it. It don't matter if you're saying like, I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow, go to the gym tomorrow. If you say, I'm gonna eat healthy, eat healthy. Don't be a person that have all of these expectations for yourself and you never follow through with it, because eventually, not only is your life gonna be a reflection of your low self-esteem, but your life is going to be a reflection of your discipline. So if you're saying that you're going to do something like, okay, I'm going to eat healthier, it's not that you're going to wake up one day and just decide to eat healthy like every single day. That's not practical. But taking those baby steps and building your confidence, you will literally start to see your life change once you start to implement these different things. It's as little as talking to yourself nicely. You go to the mirror and you're looking at yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm kind of overweight. Like, I need to get it together. And you actually get it together. Like, you stop eating so much, you stop stressing out as much, you get more sleep, you drink more water. Those things are going to start to be a ripple effect in your life. And you're going to look back at your life in the next year and a half. You're going to be like, oh my goodness, like, I'm so proud of myself. But it starts from you realizing what you're doing wrong in order to build your confidence. Because if you don't realize what you're doing wrong, you'll look back 5 years from now and you'll be like, oh my goodness, like, it's just getting worse. These practical steps, if you do them correctly and you keep God first, I promise you, in the next 6 months, if you continue to be consistent in them, you will see a different you. I hope that this video helps someone. As I said before, I am a life coach. So if you do need one-on-one coaching, maybe you are struggling with low self-esteem, self-doubt, self-sabotage, or even your confidence and this video is just not enough for you, then make sure you book a coaching call. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.